It ends. It is the end. Sorry. It is the end of an era. It is the end of an era of for one of the best teams of the generation. You know. Now let's be real. I do feel that they wanted Serge to carry on. Trust me, if Javi wants to bring the band back. He wanted Serge back, Danny Alves back. Whatever the case, it's called court tax. He wanted everyone back. He even wanted the dude from Japan back, in Iniesta. But I just think that look, it's at the end, and I think you're now seeing the end of everyone. Javi himself left, Iniesta left, Messi. Well, is he leaving or so forth? PK, left as well. The Shakira's hobby left, and now Busquets. So I think this is one of those times where because you cannot reflect on his Barca career and pretty much his career. So it's where this is the kind of video that you do when someone has retired. But I still think that because it's confirmed for him leaving, we still have to sort of do this reflect on what he's done for Barcelona. So I think the first place to start is Pep. Because like, well, no. The first place you start with this whole thing is Pep Guardiola. I'm old enough to have seen Pep Guardiola play. Now, guys, yes, get all of your old jokes out here. You were there when Shakespeare was born. You were there when God made the earth on the seventh day. Just get all your bum ass jokes. Good. Are you happy with your jokes? Cool. Thank you. Now, so I I saw Pep, and Pep was decent. Pep was a decent player. I remember him playing for Spain and for Barcelona. I think he played Euro '96. I think that was his last tournament. I think his last tournament was Euro '96. I believe. I'm not sure because I'm not sure that he played '98, but I'm pretty sure he played Euro '96. And Pep was decent. Not great. He was decent. Then when Busquets came through, and seeing Busquets, he reminded me of Pep. When I just saw how he played, how he didn't really rely on his athleticism, but really relied on his smarts and his technical ability in kind of like a small circumference of play. I was like, oh, this reminds me of Pep. But the only difference is this is a much better version. Now, Barca fans, maybe in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. So I think one of the guys that Pep brought in when he was manager was Busquets, because he managed Busquets, I believe, in the B team. So I think again, I may be wrong, but from what I remember, he actually was coaching Busquets before he actually came to coach the senior team that he took over from Rijkaard. And I think that in Busquets, Pep saw himself. He's like, oh no, this is me. And I think if Pep is being real, oh, this is a better version of me because this guy's IQ is better than my IQ. And you may say the IQ is maybe similar, but I just think his ability, his footballing ability here, and his ability to get away from danger and how he intelligently avoids danger, I just think is better than myself. And you have to think about this construction of the team because who grabbed the headlines? It was Javi, it was Messi, it was Iniesta, it was Danny Alves. Those are the guys who really grabbed the headlines. Of course, Messi is Messi. Like the guy was doing extraordinary things. Iniesta, he was the guy that connected the midfield to the attack, and I think it was him and Messi who formed that one-two punch. And Iniesta was really the guy that really pretty much was turning stone to gold. Javi, this he was the foundation of the system. Like everything went through him, and the way in which Barca controlled games and suffocated guys was through Javi. But Messi, Iniesta, Javi, and Elvis, they can't really attack the opposition without the cement and the real binding factor. That's the word, the binding factor, which was Busquets. Because Busquets being in that space, he was the guy that, because of his reading of the game, if there was because the teams that Barca played, because they dominated, all they could do to Barca was counter. They couldn't control. Nobody could control a game in that peak Barca team. It was impossible. So the only way to beat Barca was to counter. And the guy that was stopping those counters was Busquets. So Busquets' reading of the game was crucial because he was like, look, you guys can push up really high. And whenever these guys counter, I just know where to be, how to position myself to now say what's up. And Busquets was the kind of guy where give me the ball in any situation, around any people, I can beat any press. And the ways in which Busquets could beat press was crazy because there are situations where he'd receive the ball, there are two, three guys around him, and in two moves, he's evaded all three of those guys. So just his footballing intelligence was next level, was completely next level. And I think that if you ask a Xavi and Iniesta, they will say no, Busquets was pivotal. Not important, not crucial, he was pivotal in how our midfield worked. Because really, that's midfield three, everybody had their role. And every role was important. Iniesta was the guy who I'm not going to take the ball from midfield to attack. So I connect the midfield to attack. Xavi is I'm the guy that controls the game and I dictate the tempo of the game. And for Busquets, I am the base of the midfield, ensuring that I protect the defense and I am intercepting anything, and I add an extra level of control from the defensive area. So one guy controls the defensive area for the midfield, another guy controls the center of the midfield with the Xavi, and another guy connects the attacks of the midfield. All of those pieces were crucial to how they were operating. So look, it's an end of an era. It's an end of an era, and I think just by seeing now Busquets, the next one, because I think he's the last one. Yeah, of the kind of crucial pieces, because Daniel Alves is gone, Messi, I don't know whether he's good or not. Iniesta's good. So Busquets, he's the last one. So Busquets is really the last of those consistent people. So this is significant because that just dawned on me because of the important pieces of that peak Barca team. It seemed that many people consider one of the greatest club teams of all time. Busquets is the last one to go. And I do feel that, although, because I cannot, guys, you know me, you really thought that I wanted to mention this? Peekaboo, getting Thiago Motta sent off, and your boy Uncle Mo had to play with 10 men. Because Uncle Mo is a dot merchant, he still was able to hold Barca to only a 1-0, meaning that they went through, I believe, 3-2 on aggregates. Okay, you think I was gonna forget that? Come on, bro. I was not gonna forget that. So yeah, he got Thiago Motta sent off by pretending. So it is what it is, you know. Yeah, so, but look, man, yeah, I mean, because you could see that from Busquets, he was, and here's the real, he was still putting in performances. Look at the Euros. So, and even for a few Barca games and a few Spain games, he was still saying what's up and giving some good quality. But I feel, you know, hence why it's even linked to the whole Messi thing. It is time to move on. That generation of players, I think they were iconic. And I think everything that has a beginning has an end, to quote Matrix Revolutions, man. And nothing lasts forever. And those guys, they will go down in history. You know, Iniesta, Busquets, Messi, Xavi, Dani Alves, you know, those guys will go down in history as reaching a footballing pinnacle. Because again, love them or hate them, that team was ridiculous. You know, and I feel that Busquets' role in terms of the DM, he can make an argument that he was the best player in his position for his generation, just in the way that he played his position, and that's how well he executed his position. You gotta get that I'm arguably one of the best players in my position. Because remember, it's not only Barca, it's also Spain as well. But this is a Barca thing. But for that Barca side, man, Busquets was definitely next level, man. Guys, remember, head over there to the official Football Hot website, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the other one. Peace. Or 9 still lives.